I'm going to give you a list of the documents you need to get a green card through marriage. This is Joseph Patrick Murphy. I'm an immigration attorney with Allegheny Immigration Group. I handle lots of green card through marriage cases, and this is a short video to explain to you what documents we're going to need to get your non-citizen spouse a green card through marriage. The first thing we're going to need is proof that the citizen is in fact a citizen. That could be a passport issued by the United States, a birth certificate in one of the United States, or a naturalization certificate issued by the United States. Any one of those will do. We don't need all three. If you have any one of those, first part is done. The citizen can prove that they're a citizen. The second thing we need is proof that the citizen has actually married the non-citizen. I can't get you a green card through marriage until you're actually married, and that would be the marriage certificate. That's easy enough. Marriage certificate proves the marriage. The third thing we need is to prove that the marriage is legal. In the United States, you're only allowed to have one spouse at a time. So both the citizen and the non-citizen are going to have to prove that all prior marriages are over. That could be a death certificate, a divorce, an annulment, but they're going to have to prove that whatever marriages they've been in the past are over. And you can't just forget about marriages in another country. Those still count, and you have to make sure they're tidied up. And we can help you with that if you need to get an international divorce. It's a little bit twisty, but we can help you with that. And that's the next part. You have to prove that the marriage is legal, and that means proving that nobody's married to anybody else, that all prior marriages are over. The next thing you want to prove is the citizenship and identity of the non-citizen. That's the birth certificate and passport of the non-citizen. Don't worry if the birth certificate is in a foreign language. We have plenty of great interpreter services here at the office. We'll get that interpreted for you. You have to prove that the marriage is what the law calls bona fide. Now, that's a longer topic. I encourage you to review my video on the Allegheny Immigration Group YouTube channel. It's called Proving Bona Fide Marriage. It was recorded in August of 2022. It's got some great tips on how to do that. A lot of people panic over bona fides. Don't. It's not as hard as you think. Obviously, a lot of newlyweds don't have a lot of history together, so you may be worried that you don't have these things. You can file a case with very, very limited bona fides, and if it's not enough, they'll ask you for more evidence, but that'll be 6 or 8 months down the road. By then, you'll have had time to work together and build a life. If you need to open an account together, that's a nice thing to have, proof that the marriage is bona fide. I have a good friend who's a very immigrant-friendly bank. He'll help you open an account. Even if your non-citizen spouse doesn't have a social, he can open a joint account as long as your non-citizen spouse has a passport, and that can be a very nice thing to show a bona fide marriage that you have an account together. You also have to prove that the citizen has the ability to support the non-citizen, and that would be financial ability. If things got tough, you got to show as the citizen, you're sponsoring this non-citizen for a green card, you've got to show that you have the income necessary to do that. And what that means is you have to show that you have enough income to support yourself, everybody who's already dependent upon you, and the non-citizen at 125% of the poverty level. So you don't have to be rich to do this, but you do have to be able to keep your head above water. If you ever want to look up exactly how much is necessary, there's a table, you can Google it. It's I-864P. Most of you will use the table for the contiguous 48 United States and the 125% column unless the citizen is in active duty in the military. That's the support requirement. Again, if anybody's got any criminal history, that becomes important. We'll need a complete certified record of that proceeding. So running down once again, proof that the citizen's a citizen, proof that the citizen is in fact married to the non-citizen, proof that all prior marriages are over, proof of the citizenship and identity of the non-citizen, and proof of the ability to support the non-citizen should things get tough. And that is enough money to support yourself, everybody who's already dependent upon you, and the non-citizen at 125% of the poverty level. Again, if anybody's been arrested, that'll be an important issue to talk with your lawyers about. They'll help you get the certified records necessary to prove that the marriage should be allowed to go forward, even though you've got overdue library books in the past or something like that. This is Joseph Patrick Murphy with a short rundown of the documents needed to get a green card through marriage. Thank you for watching.